So at the beginning of the tour, I pointed out a couple of things on the ceiling here, just inside the garage door. So let's talk about these two things here. This is actually an air diffuser. Having a forced air furnace and ductwork throughout the house to distribute the warm or cold air, depends on what season it is. I have to have diffusers or registers. They'll either be located in the ceiling or on the floor, and I'll show you a floor register once we get through this demo here. The best thing about these here is you can actually open and close these here by just unscrewing it. Now, during the heating season, because this is the lower level, I'll have this wide open so that the hot air will blow, and as you know, the hot air will rise. And on my top floor, I'll either have the diffuser or the register closed right off or open just barely, just to help balance the temperature in the house. Plus, I leave the fan on the furnace go all winter long, so it actually continually circulates the air through the house. So this is an example of a floor register. Once again, it has the lever here to actually open and close or control the airflow to help you balance out the temperature throughout the house. Let's have a look at the second item here. What is it? A fire alarm? Are you sure? Let's have a closer look. This is a smoke and carbon monoxide alarm. Let's talk a bit about smoke alarm basics. It's important that you have a smoke alarm on every level of your home, including the basement, and one outside of each bedroom. It's important to make sure that you have adequate smoke alarm protection. So smoke detectors that are wired into the home's electrical system will have a battery backup, so the detectors will function if the power is out. Detectors that are added after the home is built are often are all battery powered only. The batteries in smoke detectors are the last line of power for them to continue functioning. The worst way to find out that your batteries are dead in a smoke detector is if you have a fire in your home and the detector fails to provide a warning. I'd recommend that you check your smoke detector battery once a month. The alarms will have a test button that when pushed will cause the alarm to sound. If it doesn't, replace the battery immediately. I should install new batteries once a year. Pick a date like your birthday and make sure that all the smoke detector batteries in the home are replaced. If the smoke detector battery does run down or goes dead in a hardwire system, the alarm will emit a regular chirping noise. Find the beeping alarm and replace the battery within a new one. Now, some of the new alarms will have a 10-year lithium battery. These alarms should still be tested regularly and replaced if they don't respond. And all fire alarms or smoke detectors should be replaced within 10 years. So let's talk a bit about carbon monoxide. So what is carbon monoxide? It's a colorless and odorless gas it's a byproduct of burning carbon fuels. It's produced when fuels are burned incompletely, including natural gas, propane, wood, charcoal, kerosene, gasoline, and even tobacco. So exposure to CO, or carbon monoxide, it interferes with the body's ability to absorb oxygen, which can lead to serious illness or even death. So what are the sources of CO? It comes from gas furnaces, gas range stove, gas clothes dryers, gas water heater, portable fuel burning space heaters, fireplaces, generators, and even wood burning stoves. Vehicles, generators, other combustible engines running in your attached garage or in a closed space. You know, if you have a blocked chimney or flue, cracked or loose furnace exchangers, it can be caused from backdraft or changes in air pressure, barbecues, grills, and yes, secondhand smoke. So I've included some additional information on the following links that you should check out. Should I have a CO alarm and where should it be installed? What to do if I believe, or if you believe you're being poisoned by CO? What are the symptoms of CO poisoning? And how can I prevent CO poisoning? Let's talk a bit about fire extinguishers, the next line of defense in fire safety. So how do you choose the proper fire extinguisher? First of all, a home fire extinguisher can be a lifesaver. It should be placed near an exit or an easy to grab spot. It can put out small fires before firefighters arrive, or at least suppress the flames while you escape. Fire safety experts advise you to learn to use an extinguisher before an emergency arises. So keep extinguishers, like I said before, where you can see them, easy to reach, near the room's exit. That way you can fight a fire with your back to the door and make a quick escape if flames get out of control. So to help you remember how to use an extinguisher, use the acronym PASS, P-A-S-S, which stands for pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the trigger, and sweep side to side. Now I have a extinguisher here. I have a couple of them in the house, one outside just inside the garage, and the other one just outside the kitchen. Now this here is, it tells you here it's A, B, and C. It gives you instructions about how to use it using the PASS acronym. There's also talks about inspection, maintenance, recharging, and where you can get it recharged. It also has a gauge on here. The gauge reads recharge or overcharge, but there's a green area in there, and that's the area the needle has to be in to indicate that the fire extinguisher is still charged and ready to use. This is actually a 2.5 pounder. I find this is a nice size. So anyways, hopefully if you don't have a fire extinguisher in your house and a fire alarm and a carbon monoxide detector, I'm hoping you're going to go out and purchase one and keep yourself and your family safe.